Okay, this is a question from a high school boy, from a Mesifta boy. I am a Bacher Shebe's Mesifta, which means about 15 years old. And I'm having a big struggle. On the one hand, I want to do the right thing. But on the other hand, it's really hard for me to do so when I see all my friends are having fun times by doing things that are not correct. And I also want to do them. In the meantime, I am doing the right thing, usually, but it's only because I'm scared of my principal. And over time, my fear of my principal is diminishing. And I find myself less motivated to do the right thing and far more inclined to do the wrong thing. Can you give me some uplifting words to help my situation? Well, there's 2 points to your question, 2 answers to your question. Number one, the rule in life is it's okay to do the right thing for the wrong reason. If a person does the right thing over and over again because they're afraid of somebody, now fear is not a good motivation, certainly not in America, but for the sake of this conversation, if a person does the right thing over and over again, it becomes a good habit. Good habits become far easier to sustain. On the other hand, bad habits, as anybody who's American knows, destroy us. So it's okay to do the right thing because you're, quote, afraid of your principal and not as courageous as your friends, as a start. But it's only a beginning. You're very young. You're very young. You may see yourself as a big adult person, but you're 15 years old, and it's perfectly legitimate for you to do the right thing for the wrong reason, and it's a very meaningful motivation. It's good. It's good. You should do the right thing, even if it's for the wrong reason. Now, as far as your friends and having fun, there's a lot of fun that's legitimate and kosher, that's within the parameters, and I don't see no reason why a boy of your age who wants to have fun, in quotation, shouldn't. There's enough time for everything. What is important is to remember that fun is only fun and it's not life. When you're in school, especially when you're in yeshiva, where your life is Torah and your connection to Hashem, that's real. Those are the kind of things that are not going to stop when you turn 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 100. They're real. And you have to appreciate that this is far more important than the fun. You can have fun, but you have to remember that fun is recreation, it's relaxation, and this is real. It's real because it connects us to Hashem. It's real because of what we're supposed to do, and it's real because when we work at school, we work at learning, we become better people. And I think it's very important for you to appreciate the following truth. As long as you live, you're going to have a Yetzer Tov and a Yetzer Hara. As long as you live, you're going to have 2 voices inside your head. One is telling you to do the right thing, and the other one is telling you to do the wrong thing. Now, that voice may appear in many different ways. Right now, it's in the appearance of your friends. And it's always true that we're all on the edge, the cliff, between what's right and what's doing what's wrong. And it's always difficult. To do the right thing is always more difficult. To have fun, in quotes, to do the wrong thing is always easier. And we need to have a conscience. That means we need to do the right thing because we appreciate that it's right. Not just because of some kind of reward, and not just because of fear, some kind of punishment, but because it's right. And I'm reading from what you're writing that, if I may use these words, you're not holding there yet. You're not yet on a level where you're motivated by what's right. The next few years in your life are going to be some of the most challenging and the most rewarding. The most challenging because the Yetzer Hara is going to start waking up. And the Yetzer Hara of an adolescent boy, an adolescent person in general, especially in America, is extremely strong. Like it says in Tanya, the Yetzer Hara is unbelievably strong. The temptations, the lust is very powerful. And it's about resolving that what's important is important to you, even though you're only 15 and 16. And what's important is important to you, even if you may watch some of your friends make poor choices. And appreciate that if your friends weren't there, the challenge would be a little bit easier. But the Yetzer Hara is going to follow you around for the duration of your life. And you're always going to face the challenge of, why do we have to do this? This is so hard. Why do I have to do this? This is at the expense of so many things that I like to do that are relaxing and fun. And the answer is because you're a human being, and because you're a Jew, and because you're a chassid. And these choices are why you were created. And making these choices is going to help you become a great human being, rather than wasting your young years and then spending the rest of your life trying to correct it. In the Gemara they speak about Simchas Beis Rivka, that the tzaddik said, Ashrei Yalduseinu Shalebishas Ziknaseinu. The tzaddikim, the Benyani, would say, thank God when I was young I didn't embarrass myself. So when I'm old, I'm still good. The Bali Tshuva would say, Ashrei Ziknaseinu Shechipra Yalduseinu. The Bali Tshuva would say, I did waste my youth, but thank God I got old, I got wise, and I healed, I atoned for my narishkeit as a child. You're young. You should choose to be the tzaddik, the Beinani. You should choose to do the right thing rather than make the mistakes and need to correct them. And finally, the chances of you being perfect are just about zero. It means you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things that are wrong. The important thing is never to despair, never to quit. Never to say, if I can't do it perfectly, I don't want to do it at all. You fight the good fight. You get up every morning, and you go to shul, you daven with a minyan like a yid. You learn Torah all day long. That's your job. And I just give you a bracha that you should love Torah and enjoy Torah. Because if you love Torah and enjoy Torah, you'll learn Torah. And if you learn Torah, it'll motivate you. The purpose of going to yeshiva, practically, is to learn Hashem's holy Torah. And the greatest reward you can have for learning Torah is to enjoy it, to be good at it. So many of the boys find it hard. And if you can find meaning in learning Torah, that will be an incredible motivator to go in the right direction. Make good choices rather than poor choices. I hope that's uplifting to some extent.